this life's for you, you know, I'm telling you this right now. Stories, testimonies, that's what changes us. When you can hear, I'm telling you this right now, I thought I was jacked up. I've heard so many testimonies that make me think that woe is me spirit has been lifted away from me.
Yeah.
There's always someone that has had, there's people that you can't walk in my shoes, and I sure as heck can't walk in some of yours. You know, the stories that I've heard running these homes, it's crazy. But the testimonies, man, the people being saved and set free. And tonight we're going to hear some testimonies. I'm excited for this. I don't know how you guys want to do it, if you want to just come up by yourselves or both of you at the same time, but I'm excited to hear this.
Stay in, I guess? Okay. Well, hello, my name is Aitza, and this is Angel, my husband.
Welcome.
Oh, praise God.
We've been together for 11 years and 9 years in May married. Hasn't never been perfect. No. I've been serving the Lord for 3 years now. He's been serving the Lord for a little two something, right? Around two? Around 2 years around there.
Really one.
Like
If you really want to get technical, one.
like one, yeah. So I never served the Lord. I am what people used to call, I guess, an atheist or whatever. I didn't believe in him. I didn't care for him. I didn't want nothing to do with him. You want to share a little bit of your testimony, or do you want to?
You good.
Well, so yeah, I come from a background of families of pastors and all that stuff, and I never believed in church. It didn't want nothing to do with them. I used to say they're all hypocrites. They were all fake. That's the way I view Christians. They were fake. I didn't want nothing to do with them. So, you know, growing up, I did whatever I wanted to do. I never was I never did drugs or nothing besides, you know, smoke pot here or there, or drink. That was my thing. I used to love to drink and go party. So, you know, matter of fact, I grew up out here with Michelle and Mary. Yeah,
Columbia.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I grew up out here or whatever, and you know, we moved back and forth. So, you know, I was married before I was in an abusive marriage, abusive relationship. It was crazy. So when I got out of that marriage, that's when I met Angel at the time, right? So when I met Angel, hi, boom, picture.
Boom.
Well, let me tell you something about my life. I started in the streets when I was young. You could practically say the streets raised me. And by the age of 13, I was already a full-blown, what people will call wino, you know, or drunk, whatever the place may be. By 14, I've already experimented with coke, sniffed coke, weed. By the time I was 15, 16, I became a crack addict, full blown, you know. And I'm not even gonna lie. At the time, when you're that young and you know you're ignorant, you think everything is fun and games. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't like it, because at the time I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I loved it, and I had my good times, you know. But then reality struck, you know. Once I started getting, I was 16. I'm already like looking like a skeleton, and you know, and burning bridges.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? My mother didn't trust me no more. I used to steal from her. You know, I used to rob people, and slowly but surely, man, I just started doing crimes one after another. I've done sold drugs and got caught with drugs and stuck people up, you know, beat people up, snatched purses. I did it all. And my charges kept escalating. And by the time I had ran to from Jersey to PR, went to live with my dad, but I was on the run. I wasn't really, you know, I was just trying to leave because I already knew what was coming. So I go over there, and then I got into a fight with him. Then I came back and I got caught. I did 10 years, you know. And while I was in there, I did a lot of, I read a lot. I searched, you know, for something.
Yeah.
You know, I picked up Buddhism. I read on Santeria. I read a little bit of that, you know. I was searching something. I needed something.
Yeah.
And I knew I needed something.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it because I came into a realization, and in my mind, okay, all right, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus. And that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not going to be no part of the church, no part of a group. You know, I'm just going to believe what I'm going to believe, and I don't care about nothing else. And that's the way, you know, I kept it moving. I vowed to myself that I'll never pick up crack again, and of course, I did. You know, because when you think you got things under control, you
Come
really
on.
don't.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell
Good
them.
word right there.
You know, we all think, you know, that we just because, you know, you found yourself at one point, you know, on the floor, that you will never see yourself like that again once you pick yourself back up, and that's a lie of the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so anyway, I came home, and I was working. As soon as I came home, I started working. You know, I was doing good. You know, then eventually, I started going back to the same thing. You know what I mean? And I already lost 10 years of my life. I did 10 years. You know, and there I became a nieta. That's a gang man. You know, it's a whole different story. But anyway, so I'm home. I'm thinking, okay, that's not going to happen. That's not going to be me no more. So I started working, you know, and all of a sudden I found myself in the same place, again. But this time it wasn't like before because I'm a little more mature. So I thought, anyway. And by the time, you know, I was like drinking, I met her. By the time I met her, I had found out that I had this thing that's called degenerative disc disease. I don't know who knows about that, but
Yeah.
so, you know, at that time I found out that that's what I had, and eventually I was gonna go crippled. Because I asked the doctor, like, so what that mean, like, so he explained to me the situation, and so I asked him, so you trying to say that one I'm gonna go crippled soon? Like, yeah, it might be, he said. So I said, all right, so what I do for my pain on the meantime? I started taking pills. And my goodness, like, the enemy has a way of repeating himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm taking these pills and it's helping me with my pain, you know? And in all reality, it was just taking me back to where I was. But at that time, I met her. So we got married, you know?
Well, we was dating for 2 years before we got married. But I didn't know he was addicted to pills.
But I wasn't at the time. Well, you know. I was just starting. I was
I didn't know.
You were functioning. It was coming. You were functioning. It was about to.
I didn't know that, you know.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm good, you know. She thinking I'm good. And then we both wrong.
We both wrong.
Praise God. But anyway, you know, I met her at my job. It was Erasio, so I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. I met her there, and it was awesome, you know. started out as a game. She wanted to play games. And
We're not gonna say that, but yeah.
she wanted to play games. She found out I don't play games. So anyway, we met. We got married. I proposed to her. You know, when I met her, first of all, I thought I was never going to get married. I was the one that said I ain't was married. I used to cuss my friends out when you told me I was getting married. You know what I mean? But I got married. Praise God, right? So we met. We started talking, and in 2 weeks of our whatever you want to call that, I proposed to her. Because there was something about her that...
It was my attitude. It attracted you.
And you did have one.
I did. It was. I am not even going to lie. But my goodness. I didn't think it was that bad, though. So anyway, you go ahead.
So anyway, well, 2 years dating, and then we got married in 2011. So when we got married in 2011, we was trying to have kids, and we tried for the 2 years. We tried to have kids. So I think it was we got married in May, and then July for his birthday, we found out I was pregnant, and everything was going fine. We was excited because he has no kids. I have 2 kids of my own. They're his kids now, but he has no kids that are really like bloodline his. So July we found out I was pregnant, and I believe I was like 9, 8, I think it was like 3 months. I was around 3 months around there. I had lost the baby, and after we lost the baby, I went to like a depression, and I handled my depression totally different as he handled his. That's when he started going back. Like you started heavy with your addiction with the pills, right?
Yeah, at that time I was like already.
Yeah, we handle it different. I love the attention of men, so whatever attention I get from men, hey, that's what I loved. And he handled his with pills, and I believe it was during that time we had 2 other miscarriages. One 6 months later, and then another one, I believe it was like a year later or something like that, in 2015. I think that was the last one, 2015. So and it was just, at that time, it was whatever. We didn't care. I found out he was doing drugs because he left the paper, one of them little wax papers.
Wait, you.
Oh, go ahead, you want to share something?
That time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's under the blood.
It's
under the blood.
So, we met, we got married. Y'all gotta understand the trend. I'm gonna try to be as specific as possible so you can see the things that we endured together.
Yeah.
And where God took us, where we was at, and where He took us out of.
Yes.
Amen. You understand what I'm saying? So, first of all, when we got married, that same night, we got into a fight. Physical.
Fist fight.
Physical. The same night. Who does that?
I just took off my wedding dress.
We're the first couple that I ever heard of, such a thing going on, you know what I mean? Anyway, but I wake up in the morning, I'm in my mom's house, I'm wondering how I'm in my mom's house. How did I get here? See, I was drinking. Now, me and alcohol don't get along. I turn into a different person.
That's when the devil comes out.
Yeah, I get evil, and I guess it's just dealing with things, generational curses, you know what I'm saying? It's just alcohol has a way of retrieving all that, all that trash, and just it manifests, Anyway, so we got married, and slowly but surely my addiction started progressing, which I wasn't aware of it because I'm thinking I'm helping my pain, you know what I mean? But then I started doing dope again, you know, and that was the worst because by that time she knew something, but didn't really like come to the grip of what was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? All she knew is that I'm doing pills until she found the bags, and I blamed it on my brother. I'm like, oh, that's not that's Georgia. You know what I mean? And,
Just like the government.
yeah, ain't no secret. Anybody know my brother know what he was about. You know what I mean? So, you know, keeping it real, you know. Like I was clueless, and like you said, when we lost the first baby, oh my goodness, that was devastating for both of us, because I didn't know how to comfort her. Heck, I didn't even know how to comfort myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She didn't know how to comfort me, or herself for that matter. She spent it crying. I spent it, you know, dumping pills and on a video game. And it's just like it went downhill from there, man. It's just that day was like well, our marriage really
Went
like
down.
just down, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It went bad.
And yeah, that's when my addiction, I started coming back into my addiction heavy, you know. And that's how I spent it, dumping pills. That was how I tried to numb the pain.
Yeah.
And that's the lie, man. See,
Yes.
that's the thing about addiction, yo. Like, you think, you get high at that moment, man, and you think that's gonna solve it, but it doesn't.
Makes it worse.
You know what I'm saying? It makes it worse. You wake up, now you wake up and you're sick. You know what I'm saying? So you need the same thing that got you sick to get you better. And the agony of whatever you started with is still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It doesn't go away. So yeah, I got it. It's worse. And like I said, I started doing dope. Me and her started like, we couldn't stand each other. You know, we couldn't stand each other.
He made me, like, I was disgusted. Just by, like he was saying, he lost weight. And I wouldn't even want to sleep with him. I felt disgusted. Just the smell of the you know, the drug coming out of the pores. Like, I was like, ugh. It was disgusting. I didn't want nothing to do with him at all. Nothing.
I kept lying.
Oh, yeah, and then he was lying.
Because I had like formulated a plan. I was like, hold up. I need these pills. I can't keep paying all this money for these pills. You know what I mean? So I formulated a plan to get the pills, to get prescribed, you know, and I did. It worked. So yeah, I was happy for the moment. And you know, I started getting the pills, so I started dumping them. You know, she always said, we used to buy. Remember the little thing we used to buy in the store and we keep the pills.
Oh, yeah, the Monday to Sunday.
Yeah. And she used to fill them out, but I knew when she started the pills out, I'd go over there and collect that.
I used to count them and everything.
Yeah. But I used to hustle them. And then me and my brother worked out a plan. We started selling dope to do the dope. It's crazy. My goodness. So, you know, that's how we was doing it for a while. And then, like, by the time I realized I'm already like, I'm full blown, like, and I didn't even realize it. It's crazy because you don't realize it. Because in my mind, my sick mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is for my pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by the time you realize it, you're right back, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm lying to my wife. Listen, I had to force myself to have sex with her. I had to force myself to have intercourse.
He said, "Oh,
and
That's all
have
right.
Intercourse with her.
we keep it real."
I know, but yeah.
This is my life.
Sorry, Mary. Sorry.
No.
This is his life. Recovery ministry.
Yeah.
He's one of our leaders here. So
Oh, praise God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Amen. 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 So
He said,
anyway,
"Oh."
I had to force myself because when you were in that type of drugs, man, then like you really don't want
No,
it.
that's all you
Nothing,
want.
You know? You just want to.
That's all you want.
Get
Yep.
high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It says, so that's our crazy life. And so
How long ago was this? How long ago?
Well, we've been serving the Lord for me for 3 months, but like before
3 years.
3 years. I'm sorry, 3 years. 3 months. 3 years. But before we started serving the Lord, we separated.
Okay.
We had to separate because it
we
was bad.
separated mad time.
Oh yeah, I'll say maybe like 100 times.
And you found the Lord in one of your separations?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, Alfred.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet.
Oh, Whoa.
No, during the process, we broke up more. Yeah, we should. He just prophesied it. You saw that, right?
I heard it.
We were in the book. So during the time of us going through this, we broke up more than 100 times.
Wow.
I divorced them. I sent him divorce papers. I sent him.
In her mind, she divorced me.
Yeah, in my mind, I divorced him a long time ago.
That's better than loving hip hop.
For real. A long time ago, I divorced them. But no, I served him with divorce papers 3 times. I didn't want nothing to do with him.
Loving hip hop.
So the last time that we ended up breaking up, it was he left. He had to leave. Remember? He had to leave because if we would have stayed together, it would have never worked. It was bad because, like I said, we used to put our hands on each other. It was terrible. And I remember the last time was it when I told you we was sleeping, we was laying down, and I told him, I said, don't you love yourself? I said, don't you love yourself? And that morning he woke up and he packed up and he said, I'm leaving. And he went to his mom's. And while the meantime we was there, I don't know, you gotta share that story because I don't know what he was doing that time. I know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was doing.
We want to know.
Well,
We need to know.
It's funny because when we came, she was like, man, what can we possibly say? You know, we're dealing, the house that we're going has nothing to do with marriage. But then again, I told her, it does because my addiction came between us, and that doesn't mean, just because you're not an addict, she was really an addict to the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like an atheist. She didn't believe in God. You know what I mean? And before we come to the Lord, we're all addicts of the flesh.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Good.
That's good.
That's
Am I
good.
right? So anyway, she was like, we'll go up there and we're going to keep it real. I said, we're going to talk about how it affected our marriage because it did.
Yeah.
It played a big part because she didn't, I lied to her, I burned more bridges, you know what I'm saying? She was disgusted of me. You know how it is? That's kind of crazy to hear your wife is disgusted of you. You know what I mean? She used to tell me that all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, man, I'm so disgusted at you. You know what I mean? Keeping it real. And so anyway,
When you left.
one night, because this is profound. This night is profound. When before we was going to sleep, she looked at me and she's like, "Don't you love yourself?" And that right there stuck with me that whole night. That whole night. Because see, deep down inside, I was like, man, I know I was like back, deep down, but I didn't want to face it. You know what I mean? I was still in denial. But when she said that to me that night, man, that right there just stuck with me that whole day. I couldn't even sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I went to the bathroom to do what I gotta do, you know, before I go to the bathroom, to work. I looked at myself in the mirror and all I see was death.
Mm.
You know? And just when I was crack just came running into my mind, and I said, y'all never found myself in this predicament. Look at me, I'm looking like a skeleton again, you know? And I was in a dilemma. I was like, man, I love my wife, because even though I was where I was at and she was feeling the way she was feeling about me, I still love my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That never changed.
Yeah.
You know, for me, even though she felt the way she felt, and I understand, you know what I mean, why she felt the way she felt. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I was a mess, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs and alcohol, man. I did things that I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did things that affected her reaction towards me. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I knew for a fact that if I stayed in my house, nothing was going to change. You know what I mean? Because her attitude and my attitude, see, we have similar attitude. And that right there just is crazy. So, I knew for a fact that if I stayed in that house, ain't nothing was ever going to happen. I was just going to keep on sinking, and eventually I was going to overdose or whatever the case may be. So I decided to leave. I said, I gotta leave this. I gotta leave. So, you know, next day I packed up my life. I found my mother's house. And it was rough. It was rough. I had a plan. I said, I'm gonna give me 5 Sebastians. I'm gonna dump them how I was supposed to, and I'm gonna
I
get
know that
off.
plan.
I couldn't find 4 what I wanted. I found 3. So you know what? I took it the way I was supposed to take it, and by the grace of God, it helped me.
Mm.
Because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do these things. And then you know what? On the 3rd one, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get no more, because then I'm gonna what's that called? I'm gonna start replace.
Yeah, you'll be addicted to them.
Right. Then I'm gonna start using this as a crutch to this, and then it's never gonna change. It's
That's
an
good.
ongoing process because it's the same thing. So I was like, you know what? I don't even get no more after these. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Praise God.
Amen.
4 months.
That's hard.
4 months. Couldn't
So
sleep.
we were separated for like 4-6 months, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was just partying, doing whatever I wanted. He started visiting the church that had like a rehab type of thing, right? Or like a rehab.
It's called a living faith. I don't know if you've ever.
Online.
Living on Lincoln Ave?
Yeah, well, it has like a recovery.
Mission
Recovery
Teens.
group.
Yeah, so he started going there. That his friend knew, his friend used to go there, right?
Yeah.
So he started going there, whatever. And at that time of separation, I had slept with a guy that is basically like your enemy. You want to call
No,
it?
he's not my enemy anymore.
Well, it used to be. At the
Amen.
time. I'm talking about the
That's what
time.
I'm talking
Amen.
about.
Oh, Jesus.
At the time, and I hid it from him. But when he came back, like we was trying to come back, he was like, "Oh, come with me." He used to tell me to come to visit church. I was like, "No, I'm not going there. No." He was like, "Come on, just try." I was like, "All right." So I tried once. Maybe I go. I was like, "This ain't for me. Like, I'm not beat for this." And he used to take the kids. The kids used to love it because they used to have pizza parties all the time after. So he used to take the kids with him, and I used to like, I didn't want nothing to do with it. Like, nah, I'm good. So at that time, that's when he found out that I slept with another guy. And at that time, that's when he stopped going to church.
Mm.
He just stopped seeking.
Yeah.
You want to share that part? Or?
Yeah. But it's very important that we go back. I'm sorry. We do because it's that when we talk like this, and You know, we can say, oh, we're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do that, but then along the way, it doesn't go like that, so we gotta come back. I'm sorry. Well, during that time of my recovery, right, I heard Christ, because I was in such beat up stage. She was kicking me while I was going through this, you know what I'm saying? It was rough. And I felt so alone one day, and I was like, man, I was praying, and then I heard him say, you're not alone.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you,
like,
Lord.
I've been here, you know?
Yes.
And I was like, you know what, man? I started seeking him.
Yeah.
That's when I started going back
Awesome.
to church and all that. But let me tell you something about Christ and what he does. He changes your heart.
Yes, yes. Talk
He
about
changes
it.
your heart.
Amen.
So my heart was changed, right? But remember, I'm new to the process.
Yeah.
So, you know, I found out about the dude. And I was like, man. That night I found out I was gonna burn the dude's house down. Whoever was in there, I left. At the time I was driving the moped. And I got on my moped because that was my car. I was my transportation. I got on my moped. I was going to go get some gas. But God met me. God met me because he didn't let me fall through with it. You know. And you know, these are the times that he's with us and we don't realize it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are the times that he has his loving hand on us, and we forget. You know? So anyway, he intervened. I came back home, and whatever. Confronted her about it. She denied it, and eventually we got back together. Now, mind you, while I'm going to church, I'm praying for her for him to get her. I'm serving you. I need you to get to her. So she needs to, you know what I mean? And she's going, and then when she goes, it's not working because that's not where she's at right now. So we get back together, and I came back in the relationship, but I came back with vengeance in my heart. Cause see, when I found out about that, I stopped going to church. I didn't want nothing good in me. I knew for a fact. See, I knew that God changes your heart, and I knew that I couldn't have him in me when I ran into this dude. You know, it's deep. It's real deep, man. And so I stopped going to church. I kept my mind off of Christ intentionally, not because I was mad at him, but because I didn't want nothing good in me. That's what I'm saying. And I came back into the relationship with vengeance in my heart. That's all. I was going to hurt her like she hurt me. But this is my childish thinking, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I still love her. That's funny. I wanted to hurt her, but I still love her. So that's how we've been. She started going to church.
Yeah, my friend had invited me to church. My home church now. It used to be called C3 at the time, Connection Church, and she invited me the one time, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go. So, well, I was that same night. There was a Saturday night. That Saturday night, I went to the beach bar in the AC. And I didn't get home till like 7 in the morning. I was like, oh man, I smell like liquor. Like I don't even want to go. I don't want to go to church now. It's Sunday morning. Like I'm like, oh. But see, I keep my promises when it comes to, you know, if somebody asks me for something, I'm gonna do it.
Awesome.
So I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna go. So you know, I took a shower, got dressed real quick, and I ended up going. And I said, I got in. I sat all the way in the back because I was already like thinking like, all right, who this, who that, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always watchful. Even when I was at the bar, like when I used to chill in the bar and stuff, I used to always be the one. My friends can drink. I'm gonna sit in the back and I'm gonna watch. Because if somebody's talking slick, okay, then I'm gonna be the first one to know who you are.
Yep.
So I was always watchful. So even when I walked into church, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be watchful. I don't know these people. Like I was in the back.
Pray with me, don't play with me.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna sit back here. I'm gonna watch, and it was good. I was like, oh, okay. At the end of the service, I told my friend, oh, it was good. Yeah, I'll come back again another day. So I came back another Sunday, and then there was another Sunday.
Come on.
So at this time, I was coming by myself,
Mm.
and I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep going. And then it was an addiction. I was like, oh shoot, okay, I'm gonna keep going because see, the church I go to, we crazy. We crazy.
Spirit-filled.
It's crazy people. We crazy. So I started going. I was like, okay, they speak my language. All right, I'm coming here. I'm gonna keep coming here. And I believe it was Yami. So I believe it was like maybe 6. Well, during the process, I had people already betting how long I was gonna take to be in church.
Yeah, I was one of them.
He was one of them. He was one of them.
I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he was waiting for me to fail, and a couple of, other people was waiting for me to fail because that wasn't my lane.
Yeah.
So for people to see me serving the Lord, it's like,
Set apart.
oh, she crazy. Like, what she doing? Like you did
Just a
when you
face.
saw Pastor Bobby. So people are like, oh no, she about to go. So they seen that I was serious, So the whole time that I was serving the Lord, at the beginning I was still drinking though.
Yeah.
So I used to go still to Applebee's or whatever. I was still drinking with my friends, and I remember one night I was sitting in the one of them little like bar stool type of thing at the Applebee's, and I'm sitting there and I order Long Island. I'm sipping on like it started getting nasty. I'm like, oh okay. So I tried it again. I'm like, oh. So I put it aside. My sister loves to drink, so she said, I'll take it. She took it, whatever. So after that, we had went to Tropical. I don't know if y'all remember Tropical on Landis. So we went to Tropical, and still, like I tried a Corona, nothing. It was like tasting nasty. So I was like, what's going on here? Whatever. We went home. So I went home, and I was like, I went to sleep, whatever. I woke up, it was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I took my dog out, and when I came back in, I was like, when you're sleeping, but you're like, your eyes are like I don't know, it's like you're sleeping, but you're not sleeping, type of thing. So the first thing I remember, it was like in the end of my bed. But see, that's the thing. When I was in Applebee's, I was like, man, this ain't for me no more. Like that's what I kept saying.
Yeah.
So in the end of my bed, it was like a bright, like a bright light in the end of my bed, and the voice came from that light and said, this ain't for you no more.
Amen.
Yo, I opened my eyes real quick. I picked up my phone. I called my girl Ariana because she the one that got me into the church. So I picked up my phone. I called her. Said, "Yo, this just happened." She's like, "Girl, that's Jesus."
Relax.
She said, "Don't be scared." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's crazy because I always told Ariana, and I was like, it's like I already had a taste of the Lord going to church, but I was still drinking. So it's like, taste and see that the Lord is
Yes.
good. So it's like, all right, you done tasted me. Now I'm taking everything out of you.
That's not good.
So, all the taste buds, that's it. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Because you tasted me. I'm good. That's all you need was me.
Yes.
So, I stopped drinking, but my attitude, my character was still sucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still
One thing at a
I used to
time,
go to church
girl.
and I used to still come home and I used to yell at him because I'm like, I used to try to control. I was a control freak. I'm letting y'all know right now. I wanted to control every little thing in the world, and I was trying to control him coming to serve the Lord with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, come on, Angel. Like I used to be like, come on, and it was always fights. So he's always been a supporter from day one. He supports everything that I do. So he was like, I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna support you. But I was like, all right. So he used to go support me on Sundays. But when as soon as we get in the car, take me to the liquor store because I didn't get my beer. And so it was a whole argument again. So it was just arguments. And he used to come to church high. He used to come to church. He used to stay outside. He used to go to church and come out and get a cigarette break right in front of the building. right after always going to the liquor store buying it. And I was like, and you know, during that process, I was angry,
Yeah.
you know? And not only that, but when you start doing a walk, best believe the devil's coming.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You got the devil's coming because during the time that we was walking, while I was doing a walk, there was things that I found out on things I saw on his phone. I like, I didn't even say the word I was about to say. I was about to say. So you know, I looked
I
at
came
him.
back with a vengeance.
So you know, so I started finding stuff in the on his phone, you know, pictures of females, texts. So I'm like, oh hell no. So at this time I'm like, I'm mad, you know what I'm saying? So we arguing, I'm waking him up, hitting on him, and acting crazy again. Acting crazy. So at this time, it's like I got in my car and I'm mad. Now I'm mad at myself. Because it's like my husband said, when you start serving the Lord, your heart changes, you know? So it's like I'm mad at myself because I'm like, I want to cheat on him now. Like I found that like that's what I wanted to do, but it's like that's not of me no more.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember texting my spiritual mom, and I'm like telling her like, yo, I just found this. Like you remember, right? So so you know, I started like I was angry, and then during the process, I'm going to women's group, and I'm like, yo, I want like, can I divorce my husband now? Can I divorce him? Like, I wanted to divorce him. I wanted to divorce him because, see, now I'm serving the Lord, and I want him to do it, and he's not doing it, you know? So finally, he had an encounter with the Lord.
Amen.
I think it was like, 6 months into it. We had like a meeting at one of our sisters and brothers' house, and he had an encounter with the Lord.
Yeah, my goodness.
Oh yeah,
Y'all set me up, by the way. That was
He
a
had
setup, but
he
praise
had
God.
an encounter with the Lord, and I remember Pastor Vic was praying over him. All the guys were praying over him, and he dropped.
Come
and
on.
I remember my spiritual father saying, "You never gonna wake up to sin." I remember that all the time because I was like, "Boy, you never woke up to sin."
Yeah.
So you know, he was still.
did.
But he was, you know, little by little, he stopped the cigarettes and stuff like that. But see,
Every
now I got what I wanted. You know, I got him serving with me.
Thank you, Jesus.
But our marriage was still sucky.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? It was still sucky. It was disgusting. We was still, like it was times that we still yelling at each other. We still arguing. We didn't put hands on each other. But we were still arguing, and it was still sucky. It wasn't what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one day we was in Bible study, and oh man, did we show off. My apostle, spiritual father, he was preaching, and we was outside. Something happened with my kid, and we was outside arguing while they were preaching at the church. We outside. He's giving his preaching and Bible study, and we outside arguing, yelling. Good thing he had a loud voice, because they probably would have heard us inside.
They probably did.
I don't know if they did, but we was outside arguing, and, you know, at that time he was an intercessor, and I was on the leadership team, and that day that we argued, they sat us down. It was like, oh, y'all gotta sit down, y'all gotta get marriage counseling, and from that day, you know, we started our marriage counseling. When we started our marriage counseling, we were stubborn.
Yeah.
Oh, we was stubborn. I was angry. I was offended. I was mad. Like, how you gonna sit me down? Me? I'm your faithful servant. How you sitting me down? That was the attitude I had. And then it was my birthday too. I'm mad at that when they sat me down. So I was really mad. I was so angry. So angry. You did say happy birthday first, but then you told me you gotta sit down. So, you know, it was upsetting, and we did 6 months of counseling. 6 months of counseling, and then during the 6 months of counseling, you know, it's like I said, we planted seeds of destruction in our marriage. And while we was in marriage counseling, they uprooted all the nasty seeds that was in us. You know, all the
Come
weeds, all the
on,
nasty
man.
weeds, all the rotten weeds. And they showed us, and they planted more seeds in us of how to view each other,
Yes.
You know, and two profound things that my marriage counselors, they're here too, that they told me. One was, when you argue with your spouse, just picture Jesus. You can't be mad at
Yeah.
Jesus. Picture him. You can't be mad at him. What, you gonna slap Jesus? You can't slap Jesus. And then the next question that they asked me, and it was so good, was, is God comfortable in your marriage? Like the way we're living, is God comfortable? Is our household comfortable enough
Pleasing
for
him.
for God to feel comfortable in there?
That's good. That's
You know,
good.
even our walk, our daily walk, or is our daily walk comfortable? Like we have to think about it. Like, is our daily walk that comfortable, or are we quick to cuss somebody out, or we quick to smack somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, is our walk comfortable enough for God to walk with us?
Come on.
You know, and that's something that so profound that, you know, I always think about, and it's so ever since you know we completed the marriage counseling, everything that they taught us, everything that they showed us, you know, we carry that along with us. We practice it every day, because every day we wake up, every day is a working process.
Yeah.
Every day we wake up, we have to kill our flesh. Every day we wake up, we gotta renew our minds. You know, every day it's not like you're gonna wake up and everything's fine. No, every day you're gonna wake up with an attitude or something.
Yep.
And it's the way we set our minds to conquer the day. You know.
Yes. Come on.
And,
Yeah.
You know, and it's true. And even our marriage right now. See, we have a page that we opened up on Facebook called Under Construction. The reason we named it Under Construction was because our marriage every day is a work in progress.
Yeah.
God is our contractor. He's never done with
Come
us.
on.
Amen.
He's never gonna be
That's
done with us.
good.
Every day. And you know, he's never gonna be done. So
Praise God.
every day, are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. There's days that I probably look at him and I'm like, ooh. But you know,
Picture
but
Jesus.
the thing is, our mindset is totally different. You know, so how our mindset is totally different, we, instead of arguing, we disagree. We disagree. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We don't argue like before.
Our arguments tend to be more with the sword.
Exactly. Exactly. If I'm manifesting that day, he'd be like, woman of God.
Know your mind.
Renew your mind. Yes.
Let me edify you real quick.
No, that's how it is, you know?
I know her with the word, and she does the same thing to me.
Yeah, like, and it's like I said, every day we wake up, we have to, this walk, you know, it's like I always says, like I said last week, it's like, I'm from the, you know, I grew up in the streets. I'm from, like, I didn't know about this Jesus thing. And, you know, it's like I said, if I was quick to cuss somebody out, or if I was quick to fight somebody, then why are we not fighting in our walk? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are we, instead of cussing somebody out, let's pray. Let's cry for
Go to
prayer, you
war.
know? Like, you know, and that's what, like, see, that's the thing. When you walk with Christ, walking with Christ ain't for punks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come
It's
on.
not, you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, it ain't for the weak, you know what I'm saying? And we have to remind ourselves, though, every day. You know, every day. We're going to wake up every day. We're going to renew our minds. No, today I'm going to seek you, Lord. Today, it's going to be about you.
Yes.
You know? And that's how we live every day. Like I said, we ain't perfect.
Praise God.
God transformed, like I said, he transformed a non-believer to a lover of Christ.
Yeah.
You know? He transformed a drug addict to a warrior of Christ. So that's my warrior right there. You know, and he transformed our nasty, disgusting marriage. And look at us now. It's beautiful, you know?
I must say, it was a pleasure hearing that. I mean, think about this. There's like 15 testimonies in this testimony.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man, you know, he's saved and set free from drugs.
Hallelujah.
She's saved and set free from, you know, relationships and running, you know, to fill herself with something. And then to watch God bring your relationship together. You know, there's a lot of people that come into our homes that are, you know, maybe even married, and they're questioning their marriage. And to see, you know, how God works in those things.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Amen.
Praise God. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for the time.